Hi there, my name is Amanda Cohen. I run Parade Handmade, which is a fabulous website full of beautiful Irish handmade crafts, gifts for everybody, clothing, fashion, jewellery, prints, photography, art, cards, you name it, it has it. So check it out. All the details will be at the end for you. Today I have on the site I have my own jewellery line, which would be called Lapanda Designs. And today I'm going to tell you quickly, if I can, the things that you're going to need, the basic toolkit you need to start repairing your own jewellery at home, or indeed starting off to learn how to make jewellery. It's a very basic kit, so you might even have some of these things already to start you off. I'll jump right in and tell you about the snips. You're going to need one of these. It's just a little slips for wire. So if you could have one, would be good. If you could have two to use for different kind of wire widths, it would be a good idea. But one will do you just fine. Fancy jargon now, I might know, and if I don't know, I will just describe it and you can figure out what it is. There are a lot of names for these things, but this would be a flat nose pliers, and no grips on the insides, which protects the wires from getting dinted and kind of scuffed in that. So and it's nice and flat, so you can have a good grip, nice broad grip on some pieces. A little round nose pliers is really handy for doing the little loops at the top of earrings, basically, and amongst other things. You can use it for other things as well, but you're going to use this a lot if you're going to make earrings. And last but not least is a little curved, it's a pliers. It doesn't cut. The only one that cuts is the snips. The rest of them are just gripping tools, really. This one has no grooves on the inside again, so that your wires are protected. And it's got a curve on it, but it doesn't necessarily need a curve. You can actually use the pliers that you have at home, some kind of a grippers that you have at home in the toolkit. But it's handy. And the other thing that's handy is that it's pointed. They come not quite as pointed as that normally, but I got this one filed down. So if you know somebody handy like I do, or if you're handy enough yourself, you might be able to file it down with a mechanical kind of a thing, an electric, I don't know, filer. I don't know, but anyway, it doesn't have to be that slim, but the slimmer the better, for I think, because it will get into smaller areas, and you can squeeze your little crimps in a smaller, neater area. But as you find them when you buy them, they'll be just fine. Now, where to get them? You can get them in any hardware. You can get the fancy ones on the jewellery websites, on the bead websites. You'll find them if you just pop it into the search bar. You'll find plenty in your area. You can get them in hardware. They're just like little electrical tools. So an electrician's tools, you would get fairly much the same things in there. A lot of the times that's what I have. There's a special place where you can go on a Thursday and a Sunday and get items there, and sometimes they have them. And it doesn't have to be expensive, because in my experience, the expensive ones wear down just as quickly as the cheaper ones, and you can get a lot of life out of the cheaper ones. So that's the tools. There are other tools you can use, but just that's a basic set, and that would nearly be enough for most purposes. You're going to need some findings then. They're all the little pieces of metal that you need to put the jewellery together. So I'm going to run through this briefly. A little hook. I think this is a fish head hook or a fish hook or something. I kind of forget the jargon, but you get the gist. You know what they look like. I've seen them before. A little question mark style thing, and that is what you would put your earring on. So you can get them in silver plate, gold plate, sterling silver, gold, vermel, lots of different things, but surgical steel. You just get the thing that's optimum for you. If you're allergy prone, or you'll be able to judge for yourself. Then you need a wire to put the beads on. Now this is just the basic earring. This is called a head pin. You can use regular wire and just make a little loop on the end of it. If you have a bit of wire at home, you don't have to actually go out and buy these, but if you do, they're called head pins, and they have a little piece at the end which just stops the beads from rolling off. And it could be a little ball, a little bead, a little sparkly thing, or like I said, it could be a loop. So, and you can get them in various lengths, and the metals could be varied as well. So it's just whatever suits you and your colouring and your style and that. Then moving on maybe to bracelets and earrings. So if you want to join your clasp to your wire or your necklace or your bracelet, you're going to need a jump ring. And this is what this is. And it is basically, it's a little wire loop. I like to use oval ones. I'll explain at a later stage why. But you can get them circular or oval. Usually you'll probably find them circular. But and they have a little gap in the top or the side, whichever way you're looking at it. And basically you split them that way, backwards and forwards, not open, stretching them, because it undermines the wire and it weakens it. So if you can move them side to side instead of, you get the gist. So they come in different sizes, so you just get a few different sizes. Get a few different sizes of those. Get a few different sizes of these as well. Let me hold it up with a little tool. These tools are so handy because they're so dainty. This is a lobster clasp. This is your basic clasp. Get them in all different sizes. You get them silver plate, gold plate, all the rest of the metals as well. And basically it's what suits, and they're just the handiest and the simplest. And your little jump ring will go in there to attach it to the top of your necklace. But if you can get a few other little clasps, it's really handy as well. This is called a ring toggle or toggle clasp. And so you have a ring and you have a little stick, and the stick will go through. And then it doesn't pass back through then, and then it's secured in that way. It's quite old-fashioned, but they're really sweet and kind of gives you a little bit of a change. And there are various other clasps as well. But you don't need anything fandangled. You can just get a few lobster clasps, and that'll do the trick. But while you're at it, when you are ordering or if you are routing, it'll be hard not to get a few, and there's no harm in having them. Then you're going to need two more things in your basic kit, and that would be, three more things. One more thing is a little jump ring, a little crimp, and that's like a little metal tube, which when squeezed, it secures the wire from slipping back through the beads. I'll explain at a later stage how to use those. So you get a packet of 100 or something, and that would probably do you for a good while. And you can get them in different sizes. So just make sure that you have them large enough to fit the wire through at least twice. You need some stringing wire, and I like to use tiger wire, not tiger tail, tiger wire, and I suggest that for you to begin with. You can use string, you can use thread, you can use wire, you can use all sorts of thicknesses, you can use cord, you can use anything, but this is just great for starting off with for various reasons. So it's called tiger wire, and it's a bundled, there's a bundle of wires inside a plastic coating, and 0.18 or 0.45, excuse me, 0.45 millimeter is a good thickness for you to start off with. The other thing I meant to mention at the beginning was a little towel, a little hand towel, or a little piece of velvet, or a little piece of skirt, you know, oops, a little piece of velvet from the end of a skirt could work very well. Just something nice and plain patterned. And basically that's just to stop the beads from sliding around and rolling off the table. You can use a tray, you can sit them on the bed on a tray. You can put it on some flat surface on the kitchen table or a coffee table, or just somewhere that you can have a little flat space. If you have a tray, better, because the beads won't roll off the sides if you happen to spill them, which you will at some point. And then a little cloth, a little tea towel, or a little piece of velvet. And basically that's all you need. So if you can get those pieces together, maybe the next time you can tune in and find out how to make your first pair of earrings. So looking forward to that, and it'll be exciting. Yeah, you'll be able to maybe begin to make a few repairs on your own jewellery and keep those lovely little pieces that you've had for years. And yeah, so enjoy the weather while you can, and till next time. Bye.